But first and foremost, we must come from that baby stage and start to fight to grow. But not just grow physically, we got to grow spiritually. We got to grow intelligently. That's why we need schools. We need schools. We need schools in the sense that our growth will not come any other way. We need to teach our own, because our children are not the best educated in this society. We went through the same system, and not many of us really made it through with any great qualifications. Even though we went there and we took what was given to us, it was never enough to take us to the next level. So then our work or our jobs became mediocre jobs, while others had jobs in finance. So today, we need to go beyond that. We need to go beyond that. My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. And it's knowledge that we don't have. That's why we stay in this subservient condition. And today you find that other people have, but the same way we can get. But to us, it's like a chore. But it's not a chore, because everything you want is buried in you. Every single thing you want is buried in you, but the application has to be put in place. All what we've been taught through scripture, when we look at the people who had their names changed, the people who were in bondage, the people who was in a fiery furnace. Remember the Hebrew boys when they're in the furnace and the enemy turned the heat up on them.
That's right.
But one was in that furnace with them, keeping things cool, and that was God himself.
Go ahead.
So today, as we are in this society, we feel that the pressure is being turned up on us, especially the young. So you see, everything is being taken out of your hands, but the number one thing that's being taken from you is your brain. Where you don't think, we can't think. We can think because we are the art and craft of civilization. Black people created things. We create. But it's not dark, because there's light in the darkness, because that's where life comes from. Life comes from darkness. That's why you see stars up there, to make and beautify the ceiling that we are under, the canopy that we're under. That's why today we feel now, as a people, we ain't making no progress. But are we looking at the signs? Are we looking and seeing little things coming up? Because Allah is not one of those people give you microwave success. It's not 3 minutes, within 3 minutes you've passed this course and now you're a banker. No, everything has to take time. So you look at it now, and I'm looking at it now. Look at the sports. Okay, we'll go to sports because that's where I see a lot of things developing. When you see that sister, that young sister from the motherland, from Africa, who's the ice skater, and she's the first person that does a backflip in the air and lands on one foot, on the ice, on 1 foot, on that little blade. And they give her second place. But she found it within herself to say, took the chair. No, I'm more than that. I'm better than that. Because that's never been done before. It's never been done before. So what she's saying is, I recognize something great in me. But you want to cheapen me by giving me second place. When you look at the sister, Garth, the 15-year-old sister who's the tennis superstar coming up now. 15. She won a title the other day. But then, what you see in the crowd is her parents. She's got her parents with her. You see now support is coming. You don't see just a young black woman playing tennis and you got Caucasians as a coach. Now your family is there. Okay, that sister Osaka, they call her Japanese. She's got a black father and a Japanese mother. There at the side, her parents. So what you're seeing, look in Africa. You see brothers, young brothers, they're building their own cars now. You understand? They become very, very wise to the time. This is the beginning. All we have to do is look for the signs. God is unseen today. And that's why we have to make that thing happen, where we have somewhere to educate our children. Because education is the key to success. Education motivates. That's why they had to stop us from reading. That's why they'd kill their own, even if their own found us reading. So today, we have to make sure that education comes from the cradle to the grave, and the actual change comes with us. The change comes with our families, because if we know the teachings and the way it's been given to us, we have to pass it to our families, because that's the whole revolution taking place. It's a revolution. Light. Truth is light. What makes the earth spin? Light. The sun striking the earth at its equator makes it spin, creating revolution. So when truth comes and you hit the actual person with truth, it starts a revolution in them. I'm sure you've spoken to people in the past, and then later on you see them down the road and you see a change in them. And they will tell you, based on what you told me the other day, I went to do this and that, and this is what's happened. So you're seeing a change in them. So to know that it is light that comes and strikes the mind right at the center, that causes a change and a revolution in us. And we can't sit down today and think it's over. It's not over, it's the beginning. We need that pressure on us. In order to climb a mountain, you're going to feel tired, but you got to keep going. You get the second wind if you have that little break. It's not God beating you, it's God being your coach in life. He's coaching you. And you know, if you have a man who's teaching you any kind of physical sport or any kind of academic, you do go through pain, and they tell you, keep going. Keep going. If sperm could keep going and come out of your mother as a baby, and you made it, and it was in a hostile environment, you know you are special, because you came amongst 10 billion other sperms, but you made it. So what does that tell you about yourself? It's telling you about the strength and power that you have inside of you, but it's not been tested yet. When those things come, you just think life is bad for me, but it's not bad for you. You just got to keep going. Check into yourself. Self-motivation. What do you want out of life? Everything's going to be hard, man, but you just got to keep going. Go and see people who, the things they do out there now. People would climb a mountain and abseil all the way off the mountain. But they had a desire to do that. Caucasian man go up in an airplane, puts on one of those skateboard type thing, and jumps out of the airplane, and he's skateboarding on wind. On wind. But check what he's just testing God. He's experimenting with the atmosphere. He's experimenting with these things. This man that went right up near space and jumped out of this thing, they call him the Birdman, and back to earth. The man is testing his own self.